12 Sports Team presents your Southern Tier Kickoff.
What can we expect as we head up to Ithaca? Cornell versus the Yale Bulldogs for the game today. Kickoff at 2 o'clock this afternoon. And here's the forecast. Not looking too bad in terms of temperature and cloud coverage. It is going to be cloudy, but looking mainly dry. There could be a few spot showers here or there, but I think most of the game is going to remain on the dry side. See kickoff around 71. By halftime, we'll say around 72. And as we head on into that fourth quarter, we're looking at temperatures falling down into the mid-60s. So you won't need the rain gear. Maybe grab that sweater, though. It's going to be a bit chilly at times for the game today. But overall, a nice day for football in the Finger Lakes.
Thank you once again. That's First Alert meteorologist Connor Thompson with your football forecast, and two other Southern Tier teams in action today. These games both on the road. Ithaca College takes on Curry College. That a noon kickoff in Milton, Mass. And Colgate in the Ivy League action with Penn. That one at 1 p.m. in Philly. Cortland and Hartwick are both off this week. And we are back on the road once again this week. We mentioned the weather, so let's go see what it looks like in the Finger Lakes. Right now, we are going live to 12 Sports' Michael Villegas, who is standing right outside the field, getting ready for the quad walk. Michael, what's going on right now in Cornell?
Yeah, Zach, like you said, it's beautiful weather out here. And what's going on right now is we got the marching band coming up, so if you can't hear me, I apologize in advance. The players are coming up. Right now, going to touch this bear where all the fans are gathered around for their homecoming game here against the Yale Bulldogs. Now, Cornell opened up their season with a loss against Colgate, where Jamison Wong, quarterback, had 3 touchdowns and 313 yards, while the Bulldogs are coming off a win against Holy Cross in a close matchup. Now, last year, Cornell was the winner in versus Yale in this matchup. And hearing Coach Dan Swatstrom after the game versus Colgate, he said there's 3 things that they need to figure out before they get their first win.
It's really more about fundamentals of football. Is the adjustments. You wouldn't even call them adjustments. It's really just getting our players to stay on task in a highly competitive situation is what we really need to work on. We were in good defensive calls, but didn't execute it. So it's, 3 things. It's either it's the players, it's the coaches, or the scheme. So we evaluated all 3 of those things.
Yeah, so I'm hoping you all are getting that atmosphere out here, because I can't really hear that well. But we have the fun atmosphere. Marching bands coming down for this homecoming game, so it should be an exciting matchup. But for right now, at Cornell, Michael Villegas for Southern Tier Kickoff. I'll send it back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Michael. It sounds like it's going to be an awesome day, and it looks like you're having a lot of fun. But let's get back to the basics and get back to the football. So Cornell and Yale are both looking for its win in this Ivy League showdown. Let's start off with a little bit of history, and we're going to head on over to too many K's are working with me right now. We're going to go to Keith Savage, and Keith Savage is going to give us the breakdown of this game.
Thanks, Zach. Let's start off with the history of this matchup. Like you said, it's favoring the Bulldogs, as this team had won 8 of the last 10 times. But last year, the Big Red won 23-21 off a game-winning field goal in New Haven. And Cornell's also looking for its first win home against Yale since 2016. Next up is how will first-year head coach Dan Swanson scheme his second game. His team had a 17-10 lead early in the second quarter, then proceeded to get outscored 31-7. The Big Red surrendered 285 rushing yards. The Bulldogs were not off the chart in that category at Holy Cross, but if Swanson wants his first win, the defense has to shut down their own game. Lastly, Cornell needs to give all Ivy quarterback Jamison Wong some help. In last week's loss, he had 313 yards with 3 touchdowns through the air while having 41 on the ground. The 3 other ball carriers had 59 yards with his defense struggling. He can lead Cornell to victory, but can't do all the work. In general, this game lines up to be an entertaining one, but that's all I have here. Back to you guys at the desk.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, and let's stay tuned on WBNG for CBS's Game of the Day. College football kicking off at 3:30 this afternoon as Wisconsin travels across the country for a conference matchup to take on the USC Trojans. USC entering the game ranked 13th, and they're looking to get back in the win column, entering 2-1. Again, that game kicks off at 3:30 this afternoon right here on WBNG.